Hi, I'm Kate.
And I'm Mary B.
Welcome to the Happiest Girls podcast. Episodes will drop every Monday morning, and each week we'll be tackling a new topic, chatting about motherhood, singlehood, health, wellness, and everything in between.
Tune in each week as we discuss what it means to be the happiest girl. Good morning, Aunt B.
Hi, Kate.
Season 2.
I don't think you need to lean into the microphone like that.
Did you miss us?
Did you miss
we missed
me?
you.
XOXO, the happiest girls.
Happiest girls are the prettiest girls.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's start our morning off right with a little cup of joe. Aunt B picked us up the new flavor from La Colombe. Cheers. Ooh, a little ASMR. Start the morning off.
Yes.
What is it?
It's strawberry oat.
Oh.
And Kate sent me a TikTok this morning of a lovely woman who had said that she wasn't expecting it to be as good as it was because does strawberry belong in coffee? Not really in my mind. But
yeah.
She said it was good. It smells like
ready?
Strawberry ice cream.
Here we go.
Oh, wait.
It's good. It's not bad. It's very
like
subtle.
Subtle strawberry situation.
It doesn't taste fake or sweet or anything like that. It just is like a little hint of strawberry.
Yeah, I like it. I don't think I would buy it every day, but it's a nice little treat.
Yeah, if you need a little afternoon pick-me-up.
Oh, I like it.
Strawberry oat from La Colombe.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Not
actually,
an
guys,
ad, but if you wanted to sponsor us.
it's really good.
Yeah. Okay, that's our coffee for the day.
We will be sipping.
Cheers. Anyways, welcome back.
Welcome back to you,
Yes.
Kate.
Do you want to give a life update? What's going on? What's new? What's the 411?
I don't know.
happening?
What's new? Honestly, nothing is really that new. I am still doing the exact same things.
Okay.
Run club, volunteering.
Love.
What else are my hobbies? This is my hobby. Podcasting. Still working the same job, which is going well. Just really been having a lot of fun. Went skiing for a bit, as I like to do in the winter, because I have a lovely friend who lives in Denver who lets me crash with her. So skied a bit, now back in the city. Like, there's just nothing like being back in Manhattan.
I know. There really is nothing like being in the city. We were just in Florida, which was also really nice. Mm-hmm. Do you need a blanket or anything? I should have...
No, it's okay. I have the blanket. I'm just, I just came in from the city. You know how sometimes you are so overheated when you first walk in. So I'm still cooling down.
Yes. Wait, have you heard about... you didn't take the subway here. Did you?
No, I walked.
You walked. Have you heard about the National Guard that's going to be in the subway now?
No.
They're, checking bags. They're in Grand Central, I think, today.
Oh, my gosh.
Checking bags, all this stuff. And it's I get it because there's been a lot of crime on the subway, but a lot of it is happening in subway cars. So just put some secret shoppers in the subway cars.
Yeah.
And you're just gonna make everybody's commute so much longer.
Yeah,
which defeats the purpose of the subway, which is supposed to make it shorter. Yeah,
that's kind of brutal. I will say though, at the same time, it's actually not so much afraid of what someone has with them that my anxiety when I'm on the subway, but whenever I get down, my head is on a swivel because I'm constantly thinking someone's gonna push me in front of the train car. Yes. So I'm backing up against the wall. Yes. I'm looking around because I hear about that so often. So I feel like I just want, I don't know how to protect from that. I feel like it's so quick.
You just gotta stay far away.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how the city could help with that. I appreciate the sentiment though. They're trying to do something.
I know.
So that's good. But I will say that is that would be annoying if you're trying to get somewhere quick. But there's so much.
The state of New York is not the state. The state as in the situation in New York, the city is crazy right now, I feel like.
Well, you have a different perspective because you've been here so much longer than me, but I feel like I moved here post-COVID. Though I do remember since I interned here before COVID and then lived here after COVID, I feel like I definitely have seen a difference. I feel like it's I was younger then too, so. But the city was just so wild and I felt pretty safe. Maybe I was ignorant, but...
Yes. But
now I don't feel so much that
we
way.
won't, this is not a political podcast. This is just for funsies. But
it's not politics.
Safety is not politics. I'm just reporting on the news. In the state of I really never feel unsafe in the subway. And I take the subway every day, multiple times a day. But I'm also going to like fairly safe area. I don't know. Like I'm not doing anything crazy, and I just keep my wits about me. So
like every time
we don't want to scare anybody. If you are a subway rider, continue to be a subway rider. It's a great environmentally conscious way to get around the city, cheaper than an Uber. Bank that money that you would have spent on an Uber. Spend it on some self-care.
The subway is the best. I love the subway.
Yes.
Subways and city bikes, I think, are the best way to get around, besides walking, of course. But
yes,
city biking is the quickest way to get around the city. Did you know?
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Spencer's city bikes pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, even if he's like midtown, he'll city bike all the way down here.
Yeah, because, well, there's some male privilege to doing that at nighttime.
So true.
But
so true.
Like, if you are trying to get to Brooklyn, especially from the west side, just city bike, it's so fast.
Yeah.
Compared to the like having to take the L.
My thing is I just know that I would hurt myself.
You just gotta believe. You just gotta believe.
I would do something reckless and like I wouldn't be paying attention or like something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll work on it. Anyways, back to me.
Yeah, what's your update? What's your update? I know you have a big one.
My update is that I'm pregnant.
Woo!
For people that don't follow me anywhere. Mary's going through a sympathetic pregnancy. So very exciting. We'll do like a little gender reveal in a couple weeks. So let you guys know. You can put in your guesses and we'll see. But other than that, haven't really been doing much. My hobbies include, getting a facial, getting a massage. If you're ever looking for a special treat, for my birthday, Spencer booked me a facial and a massage at the spa at the Greenwich Hotel, which people always give mixed reviews on. And I will say, it's very beautiful, of course. It's Asian themed, maybe Japanese themed.
Like decor.
The decor. But the pool, anybody can use the pool that's staying at the hotel. So the first time I went to the spa, it was like 3 kids doing like tricks into the pool and like splashing water, and it's like I'm so happy like they're having fun, but you're not like relaxing when that's happening around you. So, but it was really nice. If you're looking for like a really special treat, the prenatal massage is really great. But a lot of people have said like the well is really amazing. I haven't been to the well yet for any spa services, but obviously Rescue Spa is like my favorite go-to facial. But that's not really like you don't put on a robe and like all that stuff. You just kind of go get your facial and then go on about your day. But yeah, overall, I'm trying to get back into needle pointing.
Love that. You're so like mom.
Yeah.
Mom energy.
I know. Our mom energy.
Yeah. Do you think that we're slowly turning into mom?
Yes.
Do you think that that's just inevitable? Like, can we fight it? Not that, honestly, it wouldn't be bad to be mom. It's just like weird to think about turning into her because I want to be my own person.
Yeah, you are your own person. I don't think you would turn into her because like you have so many traits that are different from her that like I think it'd be impossible. Number one being you didn't get married when you were 23.
That's so true.
You didn't have a baby.
Never forget.
You didn't have your first baby.
I'm not pregnant right now.
1 month into turning 25.
I'm not pregnant with
your
my second child
baby
right now.
when you're 27.
That's crazy to think about. And like I love it if that's your path, like that's for you.
Oh my gosh,
it's
totally.
It's not for me.
So you're already could not be mom because
so true.
But I think mom would want this in the sense that I think we took the really good qualities of her. Like
that's what I would want for my children.
Her homemakerness.
And she's got a lot of great qualities.
I think needle pointing is an important thing to carry on in society, and like making all of her things are very thoughtful, like making ornaments, making like baby sleeping signs and like belts and stuff like that. So
true.
All things that can be passed down. So that's that on that. Oh, it's Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
Yes, shout out to Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month.
We should try to figure out a way to have our mom on here.
Yes, we can do that.
For that. Because obviously that's important to us. For those of you who don't know, our mom is a colorectal cancer survivor. So if you're having any pain in your stomach, bowel movement changes, blood in your stool, go get it checked out. Don't wait on it, because the bad news is coming either way. You're not escaping the bad news by putting it off.
That's so real, though. Like, I am such a putter-offer of things, and I don't want the bad news. But it's like, only if I wait.
The longer you wait, the worse it gets.
I know.
So.
But I'm a sympathizer. But yeah, it's so real.
That's fair.
anyway, yeah, just definitely want to always be plugging that. Get your colonoscopies. One of the cool things, like, I love when, like, celebrities, like, I think Katie Couric did this, like, takes you along at their colonoscopy.
Because, you know, her first husband passed, I think, from... Because I actually met her current husband at Buying Time, which is a colorectal cancer fundraiser. Yeah, she's a wonderful woman, and I think it's just cool that she does that because it just normalizes it. Like, people don't talk about it. It's like, because it's so personal, and, like, and it's like, ooh. And people, I think, are afraid of it because they think it's really terrible because you have to drink this drink and, like, to the point where, like, you're literally... your stool is, like, clear because they need to be able to get a really good picture, and I think that really scares people. But it's 24 hours. They put you to sleep. It's like the best colonic of your life, you know, but it's covered by insurance. It's a cleanse. So yeah, cleanse covered by insurance. Yes. And, like, you really just never know. We're seeing a lot of rising cases in young kids. Yeah. And our mom is not, like, she is always very healthy, very active. Yeah. Like, she's very thin. You would never think that she would get colorectal cancer. So it's like, it doesn't discriminate against anybody. I think because, like, a lot of the times, especially young people, you're like, I'm young, I'm healthy, like, I eat well, I eat a low-fat diet, blah, 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 blah. But, like, do you have how many times I've heard from my patients in breast cancer say, I only do yoga, I only eat a Mediterranean diet, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You still have to do your preventative screening, and you still have to be checking for things because you're not exempt just because you don't have certain factors that you might hear about on the news. So such a bummer. You have to be. It really doesn't discriminate. Careful. Yeah. Any other life updates we need to talk about? I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to think of anything exciting has happened to me in the last, like, 3 months. It's really just been a lot of working and just, like, being happy. That's so good. Like our podcast. So good. That's all I want to hear is that you are happy because life is full of ups and downs. So. Well, I had my half birthday on February 29th. She only gets one every 4 years. So that was just a sleigh. But I have 2 other friends who were also born on August 29th, and so it was their half birthday. I was chatting with them, and we were talking about, like, should we write a letter to our 31-year-old selves? Or no, it would be 30-year-old selves, sorry, quick math. 30-year-old selves for when we are having this happen again. Yes. And my one friend was saying, like, that's crazy to think about, like, I could be a dad then. And it just put things into perspective. Like, sometimes I just wish that I could just freeze time right now. But that's just, I guess, how I know that I'm, like, happy where I am. Because the idea is by the time I'm 30, that's something I will want. So it's like you don't want to be freezing time because then, like, you know, eventually, like, I'll have that desire. But, like, I just sometimes just, like, I wish time would slow down. Like, this is just such a wonderful time of life. But hopefully it just continues to get better. It does. Every season of life comes with its own pros and cons. And I think your life is kind of like this right now. And then you get married, and you have, like, the highs are higher, but the lows are lower. You have kids, like, the highs are even higher. Like, I feel like right now I'm, like... lower, and, like, now you're just, like, I'm chilling, like, swimming I'm in, like, upstream. You're swimming downstream, so... Yeah, a steady place. But, yeah, and that's so true. Like, when I do get to those, like, of course, there will be really difficult times, but there will be much more, like, exciting and happy times, too, to, like, match that. But, God willing, like, you know, assuming I stay healthy, which is the constant, you know... constant thing to be grateful for. Yes. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know. I wish we'll talk to people about this. Like, what's my life update? I don't know. Not really anything that much. Just, like, kind of enjoying life, continuing on, working out. That you don't have any bad news. You don't have any. I don't have anything that good. I'm just kind of vibing. That's okay. But you are pregnant, which is amazing news. That's a high. Yes. And I've gotten, you know, there's so many. You know, this is my second pregnancy, which is much, much, much less anxious than my first. But if you are a first-time mom or first time pregnant, there's a lot of anxieties that come with it. Like when the first time you do the genetic scan or the genetic blood testing, if you choose to do that, you know, there's anxiety because they're testing for 200 different things, like the weirdest, most rare, freaky things in your just like, oh, please come back negative. And so all that came back negative, which is, you're just so much to be grateful for. It's truly a miracle when everything goes right. And I just had my spina bifida test a couple days ago, and that came back negative. So, like, that was so exciting. So, like, I have, like, 2 more big things left. The biggest one is, like, the anatomy scan, which is where they look at, like, literally everything, like eyeballs, heart, kidney, liver, make sure, like, all the other organs are going okay, their arms, their legs are going okay. So, like, that one is...
Yes, that would, like, send me over the edge with worry. I would be
it's like,
so anxious
this is
about
what I
it.
learned in my first one. I cannot do anything about it.
There's literally no use
There's
worrying.
literally nothing I could possibly do. Like, I live a healthy life. I'm not doing drugs. I'm not drinking alcohol. Like, those are, like, the biggest factors that can contribute to, like, neural tube defects and stuff like that, or, like, taking a weird medicine that I shouldn't be taking. Like, I'm not doing any of that stuff, so it's truly in God's hands. Like, I can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
And then the last one is obviously gestational diabetes, which, again, I can't do anything about that either. Like, that's just my placenta being... If you have gestational diabetes, it's because your placenta is acting up. It's nothing you did.
Yeah.
So, but I really don't want to...
Yeah, you don't want to have to have
Shout out our friend Lauren, who is a type 1 diabetic and a queen. Like, she goes through so much. I don't know how she does it all, but...
Yes,
that's definitely all for life updates, I believe, right?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Like, should we get into the...
You want to do a couple of Q&As? Thank you to everybody who wrote in. We love answering your questions. Oh, do you want to do your happiest news right now?
I know, like, when do we want to put that into the...
Do your happiest news.
Okay, so this is a new segment that I am wanting to do just because I think it would be fun. And I do keep up with the news, but it's more often than not just sad. So I wanted to do like a happiest news segment. So let me pull up my story here.
All right. Every time I keep drinking this, it gets better and better.
I know, this is really good.
I'm shaken to the core about this.
So here it is, which I think this is so fun. So just to spread some good news movement, in Finland, there's a community of badass grandmothers helping to curb climate change called, do you want to give that a try?
Let me say.
Activism
Mamat. Activist grannies.
Which means activist grannies. And their goal is to ensure their grandchildren have a sustainable future. So it began in 2019 as a dozen grandmothers.
Make ours sound weird by going.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody. So basically, long story short, these grannies are doing activism for, the green movement, and they're doing it for their future generations, which I think is amazing for so many different reasons. But it's almost like selfless because they won't see necessarily the effects.
Yes.
But of course they want it for future generations, and they're inspiring to all of us.
Right, that's like the whole company, 7th generation, that's the whole idea behind it. And it's so crazy because I really do think a lot of people think to themselves, oh, well, it's not going to affect me. So
like
I don't
climate
care.
change?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't you think there are people out there like that?
I don't know. I mean, yes, definitely like in an extreme way, like the ending of the world. I feel like we won't probably be alive to see that if we continue on with the way that the world is. But I think like we can already see, like, I don't know in how many years, how like,
oh my gosh,
like,
I think
when people in Texas are going to want to keep, like, I have a friend who said that she would not want to move back to Austin because of how hot it is getting. Like, those types of things do affect us.
That's how I feel about Kansas City.
Well, there you go.
It's too hot there.
There you go. Like, it's crazy to think about, but anyway, so I think that that's inspiring, and even little things that we can do, if we all do little things, it adds up to big things. So
true.
Like, I feel like if you have the ability to compost, like, just turn the lights off when you leave, like that, turn the water off when you're washing your face.
And it wasn't even an environmental thing growing up. Our dad was just like, I don't know, he blames it on granddaddy being like growing up in the Depression, or what would he always say?
No,
like, I was a child of the Depression or something like that.
No, he never said that to me.
Oh,
he would say, are you going to pay the electric bill this month?
Yes.
That's what he would say to me.
Yes. And so if we would come downstairs in the morning for breakfast before school and our bedroom lights were on, we'd have to pay $1. I don't know if you had to do that.
No, I never had to do that. No.
Mary and I, sometimes we grew up in a like a little different, they had different, I don't know, he probably was just like, whatever.
No, he yelled at me for it.
Oh, well. At least you didn't have to pay $1. So you got that going for you.
Ooh.
But yeah, so now anytime I leave a room, my like habit is to just shut the light off. Like Spencer will be in the bathroom still, and I'll just like out of reflex just hit the light.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I've been Pavlov dogged into making sure. I guess that wouldn't even be a Pavlov. That would be
wouldn't be
a
Pavlov.
negative reinforcement.
Maybe that's why I always do it.
Yes.
Not because I'm. But
It's not because you're environmental. It's because you have trauma.
Well, there you go. There you go. That's that on that.
But look, it's a good trauma to have, I guess. Because and even I'm like that way. Once you start paying your own electric bill, that really does get you too. Like I never leave the air running. Mm-hmm. I never even if something's plugged in, I unplug it because it's still running electricity even if it's plugged in.
It is.
I try to always make sure the lights are off because it's not cheap. And it's also bad for the environment, so.
Yeah.
There you go.
As we say, with literally all the lights are on in this apartment.
I know. I could turn those off. But.
Your bedroom light is on right now, Kate.
Is it really?
Yes.
But you know what? My bathroom light is probably off.
Yep. I think it is.
Not that going for me.
Well, should we get into what people wrote in?
Yes.
For some Q&A. Okay. So...
If you go to the heart.
I know, I'm like, Kate knows how to do this, not me. Okay, so I've had some fun ones. Okay, well, we just kind of answered. Someone wrote in, how have you both been? What can we expect from the pod for season 2? Okay, what can we expect from the pod for season 2?
We have a lot of fun things coming. We have like a calendar breakdown of topics that we're going to talk about, at least through May.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty much things that we're passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
Next week is going to be womanhood. Mm-hmm. We're going to do one on breast cancer. We're going to have a really amazing guest. Mm-hmm. That's very special to me. Come on and talk about her experience with breast cancer. We're going to do different ones on college, entering the real world. Mm-hmm. We're going to do... maybe another finance one, because you all loved the finance podcast with our dad, so we got to figure out a way to, I don't know, he's in New York sometimes, so maybe we can catch him. Again. Maybe we'll call his assistant and see if we can schedule a meeting with him. So, yes, we just have a lot of fun things coming. Mm-hmm.
And we did a photo shoot.
We did a photo shoot, so we got you'll see some fun
we have
photos
some better
dropping.
content on the Instagram. Sorry about that. I run the Instagram, and I know it's weak.
We're just here to have fun. We're not here to be professionals. We're just here to gossip with you guys.
Yeah.
Did you watch VPR? Oh my gosh.
Yes. So Kate and I actually went and saw Ariana in Chicago.
So good. I can't even talk about
she
this.
Was amazing, everyone. If you are in New York,
think she was a Broadway star.
Yes.
Truly.
And what I didn't know is that she originally came to New York to try to make it on Broadway because she was a theater major in college, and then when she didn't make it, she moved to LA. Mm-hmm. And I was really blown away. She was so good. She was so good.
Yes. So she was very good. She could continue on in this as a career, I feel like. Yeah. In some aspect. She was very good. You should go see it if you can.
I did watch VPR, and I also watched Love is Blind.
Same. This whole season of VPR has been painful for me to watch. The producers trying to push this whole character development arc, whatever, of Tom Sandoval is driving me up a wall.
Because I don't see it.
Also, I don't know about you all. I don't feel like it's authentic. Like, when he talks, I feel like he's not being real. I feel like everything is performative with him. And until he snaps. And then he's like his real self. Where he's like...
we never meant to hurt anyone.
Right. And when he was talking with James and and he was like, well, you slept with Kristen 10 years ago. Like, as if Tom Sandoval didn't also cheat on Kristen with Ariana at one point. Like, why are you even bringing something up that happened 10 years ago and trying to compare it? Like, it's so crazy to me. And then even when he was talking to Lala in this past episode, being like, well, Lala, you hid your relationship for a few months years ago. And then Lala proceeded to go on and, like, be fairly open about her relationship. She was open about her breakup, her custody battle, like, all that stuff. And he's like, Lala isn't real. but he couldn't like grasp that thought until Sheena was like explaining it to him. And he's like yelling at her, freaking out at her. Anytime a guy like raises his voice, I'm like, ugh, immediate ick.
He's like just turning the situation away from himself and onto the person to try to make them feel bad for bringing up things that he has done. He's deflecting onto them. And I think what he doesn't understand is he would catch a lot more like kindness and forgiveness if he just said like, I'm sorry. But his pride either his pride or his delusion won't allow him to like take responsibility and just recognize that that's all he needs to do. Like if at the end, it's either like at the end of the day, if his goal is to get back in these people's graces, he needs to set his pride aside and just like, no matter what happened in the past, like, I'm sorry. If his goal is to go on national television and try to like deflect, to like bring up their past mistakes to make him look better, then he's doing a good job of it right now by just bringing up what they've done. So it's just so clear to me based off of his actions that like he is not really wanting to like get back in good graces and like make friends with these people. He's trying to just make himself look better by making them look worse. If I were them, I mean, I understand it's like television show, they all hang out and make money for hanging out and being filmed, so like they're all gonna hang out, but if it were me, I completely respect like what Ariana is doing. Like I would cut myself off from like any association. And I feel like people say like it is harsh to say that she doesn't want to be associated with him at all, and so she won't pursue a friendship with people who are associated with him. And it's not like she's gonna like drag their name through the mud or like, you know, but she's just not going to pursue a friendship. That's a boundary for herself. I think that's so smart of her because she's right to, like, I think she said in this week's episode, like she doesn't want her life tangled with his at all. And I think that's completely valid. Oh my gosh. And so like I know it's hard for like Sheena that were his friends, but like that is their decision to make, and like that's like just their decision they're gonna have to make, and I don't fault Ariana for that at all. Like that's her choice.
That's like the one thing I always say to people when they're going through a breakup. I'm like, tell your friends that you never want to hear about what your ex has been doing. And like, so imagine having to constantly hear about him like that. Like if Sheena even calling Ariana when they were in Tahoe to like talk about, and Ariana was so nice.
She was so way nice. She was so nice. That's the thing is I think that I really applaud the way that she's going about it, because I think in that conversation she saw no reason to like berate Sheena. Like I thought she handled that well, but like at the same time, like I don't see how it's hard for me to grasp thinking that Ariana should be the one to comfort her in that moment. Like
and that's what Sheena wants.
If Sheena needs comfort from that situation, I completely understand, but call literally anyone else. Like anyone else for comfort, like any other friend. Like I just think that was kind of selfish of Sheena. But I mean, I like Sheena. I see a lot of her sides. I sympathize with her. I think it's really like cool that she's been so open about her postpartum journey.
Definitely.
Like honestly, I like all the women for different ways, and I see there's like different sides, but like as we all do, like sometimes I just don't agree with her actions, but like I like everybody on the show right now except for Tom Sandoval. Tom Schwartz is like iffy for me.
Even when they were showing him journaling, I was like, oh god, I can't watch this.
Well, I know we have to remember that he's on a television show. Like he's gonna do what is like best optics wise, but it's like he's just digging himself. And you know what wouldn't make good TV though is probably if he like handled this correctly. It probably would be even more boring.
So true. But at the end of the day, I really do think like if he doesn't come around, the group will never be able to hang out again, and then the show is going to be over. So that'll be hard.
I even find myself thinking like I wish Rachel was on, because that would be even more entertaining.
That was the biggest mistake that Bravo made.
It was like not getting her
the money that she asked for.
That was a big mistake. And you know, I respect her for walking, for not getting it, because I wonder if they're gonna beg for her back.
The show would have been much better if they would have just given her money and had her come back on. Truly. And she's the only person who didn't really cash out on this situation, and I think she deserved to kind of cash out a little
Yeah,
bit. So
I mean, for sure.
they really should have given her money, because this show would have died off last season without her. So,
yeah.
anyways, final VPR thoughts.
No, I stand by everything I said, and I have so much respect for Ariana. I have zero respect for Tom Sandoval, and I have respect for everyone except for Tom Sandoval. Tom Schwartz, I go back and forth with.
I know. He's such a little Peter Pan.
Yeah,
But, like, you gotta love him a little. But I think that's why Katie, like, got annoyed with people, because people would love him even though he was really terrible to her.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, okay, Love is Blind breakdown.
Okay, Love is Blind.
Quick, go.
The one thing I just need to talk about is when Clay is in his confessional. These are spoilers for the most recent episode that came out. In his confessional, and he's like, after talking to his dad, and he says, marriage has a bit of a gray area, and I've like never something like this, and I've never heard like a man articulate that to me before. I was like, I had to run it back to make sure that I heard what I said. And here's the thing, is if you are in a marriage and you decide to open the relationship, that is one thing. But if you're in a committed relationship where you have both decided that you are not going to have any sort of like relations with someone outside of the marriage, there's no gray area there. There's no gray area.
That does not exist.
And I just honestly feel bad. I mean, he's a grown man, but like I can't, like, he clearly has a lot of like issues from his past.
Well, from his parents.
And like to have his dad validate like that there's a gray area in marriage, I was like, whoa, I had to take a step back. So
but he said that throughout the whole season. He's like, he constantly talked about his dad from back in the pods. He constantly would say, my dad is this really suave guy, like da da da. And but turns out he just like was a terrible husband to his poor mom.
But it's confusing because his mom stayed.
Right, for 23 years she stayed. But I think a lot of women do. If they have kids and they don't have a financial
and I
security.
I respect that decision, but I feel like I understand why he's so confused, because the dad continues to cheat, the mom stays, she's not there now, and I thought that Clay's mom was amazing, so articulate.
Oh my gosh, queen.
Like, she was amazing.
And not that I know their life, but like I seriously doubt there was probably any point in his formative teen, early 20 years where his mom sat him down and was like, it is not okay the way your dad is behaving. Like, I doubt she did that, which is why his brain is kind of like, oh, this is how marriage is supposed to be. Like, it's okay.
No, but he doesn't.
And the women just stay.
No, maybe he subconsciously feels that way, but he would say over and over to AD that I don't want to cheat. Like, I don't want to cheat, and I feel like I'm going to cheat. So it was confusing because he said so many times, I don't want to cheat, but it almost like feels like he was like, cheating is a disease and I've caught it from my dad. It's like, no, it's a choice. It's actually a choice that you make.
It's not a genetic condition that you catch. From your parents.
But then to hear him say, like, I feel validated, and hearing that marriage is a gray area was confusing because he said so many times, I don't want to cheat on you and I'm worried I'm going to.
Well, that just tells me that he didn't really like her.
I don't know. That's a hard thing to really say. That, like, I know. It's tough.
Love is not blind.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
But I really liked AD. I think she was probably the most emotionally mature of all of them.
Yeah. I thought AD was a queen. I liked Amy a lot. I liked Amy and Johnny's relationship. I feel like...
Which one's Amy and Johnny?
They're the ones that got married.
Oh, my only issue was that Johnny should be the one to go on birth control.
I know.
Why does she have to go on birth control? There's men on birth control.
Honestly, like, people might disagree with me for this, but, like, I don't know, like, why are we all up in their business? Like, they should do whatever they feel is right. And I know that she has, like, some other extenuating circumstances for why she is worried about having children, and I know that, like, he knows about that.
Was so anxious about having kids.
She is also anxious about having kids. I have some insider information that I don't feel like I can share, but a friend of mine is, like, her coworker, so, like, I know she has other extenuating circumstances why, like, she worries about having children.
Fair.
And why she worries about being on birth control. So, like,
very fair.
That is so common for many women.
Yes.
And so, like, I don't know. I feel like they clearly both were open about talking about it at the end of the day. But, like, if that's, like, gonna be what we're critiquing them for, like, I feel like it's their lives. Like, they should do whatever they feel.
I'm not critiquing the fact that they want to not have kids and go on birth control. I'm critiquing how he was constantly on her, like, she needs to be the one on birth control.
Well, he did say, he was like, I looked into vasectomy. Well, yeah, he was like kind of a baby about that.
There's male birth control that he could go on, and so I don't think.
Yeah.
And ladies, girlies, you can remember this. It doesn't have to just be on you.
No, it shouldn't be just on you.
There's two of you. You know, there is male birth control out there. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair.
He could also go on birth control. So
yeah, that's fair.
It's a lot easier. Like, would you rather shoot at a bulletproof vest or shoot an unloaded gun?
There you go.
Anyways,
I thought Chelsea and Jimmy, I like honestly don't even have words. Like, I just feel like they were not meant to be.
No.
And I will say I feel like I see the resemblance to Megan Fox.
Totally. I totally see a Megan Fox resemblance.
But I think that she, like, shot herself in the foot by saying that, because no matter what, like she's a very beautiful woman, but even if she was, like, a goddess, like, I feel like he still could have been disappointed, because it's like he's now got Megan Fox in his mind.
And, like, Megan Fox doesn't even really look like Megan Fox. You know, like...
No, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, because, like, when you see a photo of Megan Fox, it's like, first of all, she's had some alterations.
Well, I've never seen her in person, so I can't compare her to, like...
Yeah, exactly. Jimmy hasn't probably either. So he's seeing a beautiful edited photo of Megan Fox, who is gorgeous. But, like, if someone told me I looked like... People tell me I look like Jessica Chastain all the time.
Well, she's in, like, movies, too, so you can see her, like, act like being in movies.
Yeah, edited in great lighting.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. You just don't... I don't know. I feel like she self-sabotaged.
Yeah.
But in the last scene, I felt for her. I really did kind of feel for her, because...
That was a hard scene to watch.
Very hard scene to watch, because he had constantly be like, I love you so much. I want to marry you. I love you. I want to marry you. I love you. I want to marry you. And then he was like, I'm not going to the altar.
Brutal. So. That was brutal. That was hard to watch. But, you know, maybe I understand where Jimmy was coming from. I feel like I try to be on the lookout. Like, I think it's so easy for, like, these shows are, like, predominantly watched by women, and of course as women we're gonna, like, sympathize with the woman and, like, take the woman's side. But I think, like, in this situation in particular, like, I see, like, where Chelsea was in the wrong. I see where Jimmy was in the wrong.
Yes, agreed.
I feel like neither of them did anything that crazy.
Agreed.
Like, they were just, like, not meant to be, and, like, honestly, like, maybe brought out bad sides of each other, which happens every day.
It's so true. And, like, I think probably most people can relate to being in a relationship like that, where
it's like insecurity.
You feel like yes, and like, so if you feel like you're in that relationship where, like, you get really insecure when your boyfriend goes out with his friends and you're not with them, or you're getting insecure by, like, the way he's acting with, like, other women, or like, I would really, I feel like, really look into that.
I feel like it, like has,
why you're feeling that way.
It has more to do with, like, the underlying issue than it does with the actual thing that's happening right now.
Exactly.
Obviously, there's, like, nuances there, but yeah.
And also, the last thing I gotta say, what is not the last thing, because I always have more to say.
We're literally on a podcast. We clearly think we have a lot of important things to say.
But when Jimmy, a few episodes ago, when Jimmy went out with his friends for, like, an hour and a half or whatever for his friend's birthday, and, like, she got so upset, and she had been drinking at home by herself.
Oof.
That is a lot of the reason why I mean, obviously I'm pregnant, but, like, that I don't drink anymore. Because when I was, like, 24, 25, 26, younger, going out more, I always picked fights with Spencer when I was drunk.
Gosh, without a doubt, the worst decisions I've ever made in my life is alcohol.
When you're drinking, yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, seeing that, I was like, this is not a real conversation that you would have had, like, she would have had. I really don't think she would have had that conversation if she was 100% sober. Or it wouldn't have been, like, as bad.
Right.
Alcohol makes everything worse.
I know.
And then you wake up in the morning and, like, you don't feel good, and you have regrets about the way you acted, and da-da-da. And, like, the whole time I was like, this is why I stopped drinking.
I know, it's so
like,
brutal.
I just, like, it's not the only reason. I could give you a million reasons.
There's many reasons, but not to say that I'm 100% sober, but
no,
I definitely have cut back drinking a lot.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons is because I don't make good choices when I've been drinking.
Completely. No, I'm the exact
Neither
same
does
way.
anyone, and that's like a universal truth.
Yes,
like,
it heightens everything.
Yeah.
It just makes everything so much worse. And then like nighttime makes everything so much worse. That's why I really don't believe in like you shouldn't go to bed angry, because everything seems like a bigger deal at midnight. Like
like when you wake
sleep,
up in the morning, it's
eat
like,
a good
wait,
breakfast.
I just love
You're like,
you.
wait, that wasn't that serious.
Yeah.
You know what? It never was. That's serious. Anyways,
so I don't know if there's much else to say about Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
But,
Okay. Let's
I've enjoyed
do a quick.
it. We really got off the rails for some of these.
Sorry.
Okay, so let's see.
I have a spray tan at 10:45. No, just kidding.
Okay.
I really do. Natalie's coming over, but shout out Natalie if you ever need a spray tan in New York. Tans by Natalie. She'll come to your home.
What time is she coming?
She said she can come even as late as 10:45. She was going to come at 10:30. She's just in the area. She said she's going to get coffee.
Okay, well, we have like 10 more minutes.
Okay. Let's go.
So, any and all local advice for a 29-year-old teen mom due in July.
Oh my gosh, so excited for you.
Live in
BPC
with finance husband.
Love. Okay, first of all, you got to start looking for childcare help. Even if that's just like part-time nanny, babysitter, or whatever, just try to get some people on the roster, because if he's in finance, you're going to be a lot.
You like line up a babysitter.
And you need help, because motherhood is very isolating, and those first couple months are like very scary, and I'm guessing your husband probably is not going to take a paternity leave. He might, but if he's like Spencer, he's not taking a paternity leave, and you deserve help and you deserve a break. So get on that. And the perfect resource is HRP Mamas. HRP Mamas is just for downtown moms. So if you live below like Union Square area, and it's private, so like everyone's verified. And that's a really great resource for finding nannies, part-time nannies, childcare. They also have lots of events based on maybe how far along you are, or when you do have your baby, how old your baby is, which is also really important to find moms with kids around your age. Also, the Six River Place has free events on Tuesdays and Thursdays, which is super fun. And the Battery Park Library is incredible. So if you're looking for free things, and then in Rockefeller Park, there's always a bunch of different music classes, stuff like that. Even when your baby is just like a couple months old, like get out there, get involved. We were taking Dictator to music class when she was like 5 months old. She literally couldn't even sit, and we were like forcing her to like bang sticks together.
That's what they say to do, though, like help them clap their hands.
It's so good for their development, and like that's how I met some of my best mom friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like that's a good way to meet other moms.
Yeah, it's not even for the kid, it's for the moms. It's for the moms. So that's my advice. Yeah, swim class. You can go do Imagine Swim. Manhattan Youth is a great, more cost-effective place, because the swim classes are included in your monthly membership, which is really nice. So, but you can always just DM me directly, and I can give you more advice. That's good advice.
Yeah. Okay. I think this is a fun one. So, how do each of you generally take your coffee?
I like an Americano with extra cinnamon powder. Hot or iced, depending on the temperature.
Okay, so
I'm trying to watch my caffeine, obviously, and so Americanos are the best way.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So, when I go to a coffee shop, I either want an oat milk latte, hot or iced, depending on the season, or just like coffee. Sometimes I like it black, sometimes I like black with a little oat milk if it's like a full cup of coffee. But at home, I have a Nespresso. And let me tell you,
Nespresso. Not an ad.
Not an ad, but I'm such a proponent of the Nespresso. It has cut down my my coffee costs, because I feel less tempted to buy my own coffee, because my coffee at home is so good. So I like the Melosio or like Pod the best. So I like to try different ones. Like they have seasonal ones. It's so fun. I like a cup of that, and then the Nespresso comes with a milk frother. So I like milk, and I get like the Trader Joe's oat milk, either brown sugar or cinnamon bun creamer.
Oh my gosh.
And I mix it into the milk, and I froth it, and put it on top of my coffee. It's so good.
Yum.
So that's how I take my
Spencer
coffee.
broke our like little coffee cup thing, so I gotta get a new coffee maker.
Oh, it's
if
so
anyone
important
has
to have a coffee
suggestions, the thing with an espresso, I know, but like sometimes like single serve doesn't work for us. You know, sometimes we need more than that.
Yeah.
So maybe if they had like one that you could do single and then also do a bigger.
Yeah, I will say the one thing I also like about the Nespresso is it is a real buzz of caffeine. Like I feel like
because it's a shot of espresso.
I feel like I don't know. It like depends on the pod, your strength of caffeine, and it'll like tell you when you buy it. But I used to like want like at least 2 cups of coffee in the morning, and now I like really can only do 2 because it like really gives me a good like caffeine.
Yeah, that's
buzz.
nice.
So,
love.
Okay. Should we do one more?
Sure.
Let's see. What to do when you haven't found your people yet?
Such a good question. Well, first, don't sacrifice yourself or your morals or ethics just to hang out with people. Mm-hmm. Or if you feel like you're not welcome, like don't go anywhere that you don't like. You deserve to feel safe and welcome around your friends. So
yeah, I have like a weird answer to this one.
Hit it.
I would say become pretty comfortable being alone.
Such a good advice.
I think that would be the first step, because to achieve like not sacrificing any of like what you love, your morals, you first need to be willing to like let some friendships pass you by because you don't think that they're going to be your people. And I think that when you're comfortable being alone, it's easier to do that. So first, like make like really good friends with yourself and be comfortable being alone, because I think that the period between like finding your people and like not having them is a very lonely space. But I think it's a good time to challenge yourself to be okay with being alone and like not having plans on a Friday night, but doing self-care instead. It has nothing to do with your self-worth or how amazing of a person you are. It's just what your night looks like tonight.
Yes.
So then after like, or while you're doing that, doesn't mean you can't be doing this simultaneously to that, I would go and like get involved in things that you enjoy and just like fling yourself out there. Like I think that it's really hard to do this, but like if you like to sing, join a choir or start taking voice lessons. Or like if you like to read, like you can go to the library, join a book club. Like if you are familiar with like Geneva, you can download that app and like find different communities on Geneva. Run clubs. You can find things on Instagram of like if you like to play cards, like there could be a place where it's like I know of like a euchre tournament that goes on every Thursday night that's just like welcome to all. Like especially if you live in a city, there's usually like things that people like come join, and like it's just a place where people go to make friends. And that's like a good place to put yourself, because people are going to be open to meeting new people. Yes. So I think like following what you like to do, and then you always have something in common. Like if you're at Run Club, you can talk about running. Right. You know what I mean? Like there's always something to fall back on. So that is what I would suggest. And all, you know, I think then just like listen to yourself and trust yourself when making friends, and lean into people that really like serve, like are really good people that you like see are good, and you don't necessarily have to like cut off or like be mean to people who don't feel like you're your people, but just like you don't have to put as much effort into that friendship. Even just like distance yourself and not, you know, well, there have to be like a bridge burned. Yeah, there are many different flavors of friends. Like just because someone isn't necessarily like 100%. Your people, they could be your person at Run Club, right? And they could be your person at book club, but like I think you would also be shocked at how many people who are in those types of clubs and things like that are feeling the exact same way as you, and would love for you to invite them to brunch or coffee or like for a walk or something like that. So don't be afraid to like, hey, can I get your number? Hey, can I follow you on Instagram? Like DM them, you know, whatever. Yeah. So, but I think, I'll then like circle back, reemphasize my first point, that I think that these things become a little bit easier when you have like such a like confidence in being alone, confidence in yourself, that really can can help you and like move you forward in those things.
Love your own company first.
For sure.
It'll make you a better friend, girlfriend, wife.
Oh.
When you live being alone.
Oh. Our camera just shut down.
Well, that'll be the end of
our video.
Of the video.
That's okay.
Okay, do you want to do big wins?
Yes.
What did it say?
Let's do big wins. I was trying to find the responses. Are they on your Instagram?
Weird. Oh, yeah, they're on my Instagram.
Okay. That's all you then. Let's transition into big wins.
Hopefully I can.
Thank you to everyone who wrote in. Sorry we didn't get to everyone. We're trying to do like shorter podcasts, so we might not get to as many questions as we used to.
I know.
Hello.
And you can tell us if you like shorter or longer. I don't know. Give us your honest.
We're just doing some reading that people prefer shorter.
Yeah,
so
but you can tell me if we're wrong.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, we have so many big wins. Yay. I'm just gonna go like rapid fire through these.
Okay.
Made new friends at uni, just like what we're talking about. Oh, I guess.
I think you might have to charge it. Is that what it said?
I think it might be the SD card is full.
Oh.
Well, even though it's 158 gigabytes, I don't know how that could be happening.
Well, just so everyone knows, we're working on doing video, so I think just be patient with us, as you always are, as we get it into our video groove.
Yes.
So.
Okay, anyways, made new friends at uni. I'm a junior and finally feel like I belong. I love that, especially since, sometimes that takes time.
See, okay, to the person who wrote about not finding their person, this person is a junior. That means they've been at school for over 2 years. Mm-hmm. So also be patient with yourself. It takes time. These things take time. Yes. But shout out to this girl, Slay. We're happy for you.
Since listening to your last pod, I found out I was pregnant. Ooh! Such a win. So exciting.
Mama, congratulations.
Picked up my wedding dress this week. Wedding's end of August. Oh my god, that's so fun.
Gosh.
You already have your wedding dress? Dang, you're on top of
I'm sure it's stunning.
So excited for you. I run my own business and just hired my 4th employee. Holy moly, that's insane. That's awesome.
Wow, goals.
Would love to hear more about your business. We love a boss lady. She's just a boss, period. We don't have to qualify her gender.
We love a boss.
Boss said if he moves companies, I'm coming with him. Oh, that's so nice. It must make you feel good that he really values you and appreciates you.
You're a great worker.
This one said no wins, but congrats. You're one of my favorite influencers. That's so nice. Thank you. I bought a house. Oh my gosh. Homeownership scares me. Like, I'm not mature enough to own a home.
It's impressive.
But I love that for you. That's incredible. 32 weeks pregnant and finally feeling the fog of prenatal depression lift. Oh, that's so amazing. People don't really talk about prenatal depression, but it's very real. And I'm so happy for you. You're almost at the end. You've got this. Only bought one clothing shopping item last month. Big for me. That's incredible. Got a really good end of year performance review. Very proud of myself. That is awesome. I hope you're treating yourself. Got an awesome new job in tech sales after looking for over a year. Oh my gosh. Incredible. The job market is tough out there. Let me tell you what.
Yeah.
Dumped college sweetheart after he started begrudging my career in banking. No. We want supportive people only, so I'm so happy for you.
And I'm sure that was hard since it was such a long relationship.
Yes.
But
the rest of your life is about to begin.
Yeah, good for you.
Got my dream internship for the summer, and it's in New York City.
Slay! Happiest girl.
Come have fun with us. Started a new job, and I'm already so happy there. Oh, that's so good, because I feel like starting a new job and change is always scary. You never know what you're going to get. I'm finally feeling a little bit more myself 20 months postpartum. Totally feel that. And if you want to have another baby, now's the time. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. If you're ready to get hurt again. Full ride scholarship to law school. Oh, so smart. What is happening right now? Just got accepted to NYU dental school.
Congratulations.
I'm always looking for a dentist, so when the time comes, you can clean my teeth. Or you can do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Passed my oral comps exam for SLP grad school and will graduate in 2 months. Love this.
Wow.
We need more great SLPs out there.
Yeah.
I got my first full-time job. I start on Monday. You guys are killing it in the workforce right now. Got a promotion early. Almost thought about delaying it, but then thought a man would take this.
Oh!
Wake up every day with the delusions of a white man.
That's what I tried to do.
I made Alfredo pasta and I didn't think about the calories in it for the first time.
Oh my god, what a win.
15 years.
Oh my god.
Huge.
I can't emphasize enough how proud I am of you.
Biggest of the big wins.
That is a huge win.
Also, my BF got me a tennis bracelet. Woo! This girl's winning at life.
Wow. I want to be you.
Anyways, that was the last one. So happy for all of our big wins.
Yes, thank you so much for tuning in to our season 2
premiere.
Lots of fun things coming this season. We hope you are enjoying, and DM us anytime with any suggestions, things you want to see on the pod.
Yes.
We are just here for fun, here for you, and so yeah.
That's all. Hopefully I'll get the video figured out. We're gonna record again tomorrow, so
yeah, we'll try
again.
again. Okay, Monday
All right.
reset.
Let's go.